To be like Christ is to welcome everyone to the table. Now, sometimes that's harder to do than usual. It's easier said than done. Today's gospel, the disciples are continuing on the journey with Jesus. The gospel continues in Mark from the past couple of Sundays and the weeks we've heard before. This time, they almost kind of go to the other extreme. If you remember a couple weeks ago, they were saying, hey, Jesus is the Messiah, so we arguing about who's going to sit on the left and the right, and we're the greatest, and that's it. And Jesus says, no, it's about serving in love. So the scene today takes off where they're serving in love, and then they come back to Jesus and says, hey, wait a minute. We saw somebody driving out demons and acting like you and doing things in your name and serving. Actually, they were acting like disciples, and we tried to stop them. And Jesus says, wait. If they're not against us, it's okay. Let them be. Accept them for who they are. Tolerate that. That's okay. Because how can someone cast out demons and then be against me too? So he's trying to, kind of walk them off the ledge a little bit and kind of bring them back to say, it's about serving and knowing that they may not be wearing the same Jesus-colored t-shirt that you're wearing, but that's okay. At the time of Jesus, community was the essence of life. It was a matter of life and death. If you were outcast from the community, it was pretty much a death sentence because you could not survive alone. The community was the lifeblood of humanity. And for Jesus to serve and love in community is to welcome everyone, especially those who may not look like you, who may not act like you, or who are totally different than you. And then he uses some graphic language. Well, if your hand is causing you problems, cut it off. Or if your feet are causing you to sin and do harm to others, cut those off. Because it's better to enter into the reign of God, loving and serving, than to block people. And that's kind of that essence of serving and being like Christ is about welcoming and bringing people to community. And pay attention to anything that blocks or gets in the way. Not literally cut it off, but it's like you want to let go of that. Because for Jesus, everyone is welcome to the table of love and the table of community. This week, what do we need to cut away within us? Is there anything that we do or say or our attitude or mindset that makes judgments or diminishes people or tries to keep people away from being part of a community of love? It's like, well, they don't belong because they're X, or they're not, I don't want to be a part of that because they're Y. What do we need to let go of or cut away within us so that we can widen our mindset and widen our tent to be like Christ, to serve others in love, to accept and tolerate in a loving way those who may not be like us? Because to be like Christ, all are welcome to the table of community, and all are welcome in love. Amen.